right. Here we go. Should be live October 8th, 2019. This 1 hour Bitcoin chart is so much fun. There's just so much to look at. All right, swing it. What's going on? Sam, what's happening? Miles, what's shaking? What's up, fellas? That's what Miles has to say. Yeah, 1 hour price action. You know, when you got things happening, the 1 hour is fun. I wouldn't really base a whole lot of decisions off of it, but the 1 hour is fun. If you got super short-term intraday setups and you know, longer-term scalps, you know, something over like 1 to 3, 1 to 5 minutes, then the hour is fun. You see how well it respects certain moving averages, like the 20 right here, right? All respect, tested, rejected, come down, pop up, not only break and close, but come back and retest it. It's great. Shorter term trend or the low term body close trend we looked at yesterday, right? It broke it, came back, retest, push up. It's good. So anyway, what we're looking at here is the 1 hour chart. Previous structure high, dropped down, made a low, came back up, broke previous structure, pushed up for another high, local high, come back down, retest previous structure. So far, 2 good bounces off support. That support is to 382 of this local move. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. Support, confluence, the 100 EMA. 50 was a little lower right here. This is the 50. But right here, those two averages right there, it's the 70 EMA and the 100 EMA on the 1 hour chart. Perfect. Perfect. Came up, got rejection right at the 20. Found support, came up again, got rejected right at the 20. Just like this, right at the 20, right at the 20. Get another attempt, and then a push, or we push. Now, if it breaks down, that's the level to break down. All right? 182, all things considered. 82 is right here. We're just below it. 82 is important because it's weekly structure. And that weekly structure is an important it's an important piece of the puzzle when it comes to these types of setups and these longer term plays, as like what may or may not be happening as far as price action. So on the weekly chart, we should be able to see our 82 level somewhere. What the hell is it? Oh, right here. So your top side, just take this guy and just drop it right there. All right. So it's 81.94 on this chart. This is BLX, so that's the index. It's going to be a little different on every chart. But this was the high of the run before consolidation. This is where this moment of the parabola ended. Went sideways, came back retested, broke low, fake out, push up. Right? So bullish engulfing and a little like a fake out candle. So it's not what do you call it? It's not the end all be all level. It's just that we're dancing around it so much that being under it, since we're already under the 200, being under it is very bearish. Breaking it and holding it is good, but to break it and lose it is very bad. So that's why it's important. It's important within context of local price action. That's what makes it important, right? Otherwise, It's just another weekly level, just like we got a weekly level down here, and we got a weekly level up here. I mean, we got a ton of weekly levels, but this is important because it's relevant at the moment. You can see how much we've danced around it. That's this level right here. It's kind of hard to see on the chart. I know there's a lot going on. So this guy right here. In fact, instead of making it gray, why don't I just make it like bright? Something awful. Something really bad. Yeah, we'll make it. Oh, geez, that's terrible. Wow. Yep, that's disgusting. But now you should be able to see it fairly well. Still, it's a little hard to see still, but that's all right. So that's the line for today. The last hour, right, was rejection. This hour so far is pushed off. This is the pullback. So do we close below it and then push through it? Or is that the end of it, right? Did we just get our rejection and then that's a wrap? So time will tell. You know, we have, what do we got, 24 minutes before we close it out. So, you know, man, it's crypto. Anything can happen in 24 minutes. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody good? We got a quiet crew. Quiet crew. Everybody's out there trading. All the coins are moving today. All right, I have a couple chart requests, so let's rifle through those. What? Stop it. Yeah, we don't need any of that. So first one is going to be ICX BTC. So let's take a look what we got going on here. Daily chart. Okay, so it's not a glorious breakout. I mean, it's not great, but it's all right. It's out, but mostly because the pattern ended and not because it did anything significant. What it did do significant was make the push right here to the rejection zone. And today, this is finally, right, tradable. Yay! Yeah, so, you know, with the push up, right, this is what they were looking for is the break, right? So they got the break and they got the push to the MA. So that's fantastic. So this is good. It broke to the right side, right? If we close it up here, then that's great. Expect a pullback to come down into this zone again, 2108 ballpark zone, and then push, right? Next move is going to be in this resistance zone area here, and then upward to the 100 EMA, the 100 EMA. Now I don't see the 200 on here. Not entirely sure. Oh, it's all the way up there. Holy smokes, all the way up there. So fibbing this thing out is rugged. The actual 236 is all the way over here. So that move would be pretty intense. Certainly not going to get that in a candle. I would be interested to see what it would be. So almost 1,000% just to get to the 236. It's pretty wild. If we do end up pushing to the 200 and we break and close over it, that's pretty good. It's still not the end all be all, but it is pretty nice. Then we have to be very on our toes about where the thing's headed next. You can see right here, tested the 200, rejected, pulled back, came up, broke it. And all it did was just make a swing fail and just continue to make lower lows and lower lows and lower lows. So, you know, it's weird because you're like, oh, we finally did it. We broke it. Now it's sky's the limit. Not really. Nope. All you got to do is look left and you'll see what happened last time it did it. All right. Tested it, rejected, pulled back, broke through, came back, got the retest, pushed back up for a higher high, right, which was just about structure swing low or swing high from this move down here, which is good, which is great. And that was the highest it's been in, I don't know, 7 months. So it's never over, basically is what I'm saying. So yes, you know, and of course, this isn't happening today. If everything goes right and this thing does push up to the 200 and keeps the 200, holds it, it is not over. Okay? This can replay itself right here. And then you're making lower lows and you're all the way down to, 49 sets by the time it's all said and done. All right, but anyway, we're not focused on that. We're focused on short term, what's happening right now type trades, and this is short term, what's happening right now. Break and close above that red zone is bullish for a continuation. All right, next on the list was Raven BTC. All right, Raven BTC. Now this is just a perfect trade right here. Falling wedge, break to the upside, probably about 75, 80% into the pattern, maybe 85% into the pattern. Breaks, comes down, gets the retest, pushes back, finds resistance on the initial break, pushes up a little, comes back to retest it, and now it's off. This is great. So local resistance right now at the 100 EMA, but, that's not a big deal. Creeping up on the 886, that's fine. So no big deal on that. Now, what the actual 2-3 would be on this, I'd be more interested in that. So this is just weird. Let's do this. Okay. Hey, nice and easy. All right, so now that it looks correct, creeping back up to the 2-3 would be fantastic. That's probably the overall goal. There's going to be some resistance here, these levels, and of course our red bar level right over here. So this zone, right, came back, a little touch. We could probably raise that a little. In fact, we'll go right to the 2-3. And we'll push this up at the top side of that wick. Actually, the lower body right here. This makes more sense. All right, so that'll be resistance for sure. And right now it's clamped, squeeze clamp right in between the 200 and the 350. So it'll be an interesting zone. Raven can do it. We've seen Raven do this. Monster moves, 33% candles in one day. But it's got to be the right climate for it. It's not quite the climate yet. I would break this level, really break this level. And then we could probably see something fairly dramatic. But again, we got to get there first. So far, so good. This is looking great. It's holding a bit of a trend here. Slope is pretty nuts, so if we did come back down, you can see the 9's held it the whole time. The 9, the 9, the 9, the 9, the 9. We got another test on the 9 today. So it's good. It looks good. Yeah, it looks good. All right, so Raven BTC looks good. And last on the list was XRP on the BTC pair. Okay, so XRP. All right, let's see. I had the hour chart on because I was showing somebody something. All right, now in a setup like this, you break out of a rising wedge, you would like to get a retest, failed to get the retest. Again, it's the hour chart, so I don't put a whole lot of weight into it. If this did come down, that would have been a perfect place for it to come down to. But this support line was too strong. And that support line goes all the way back to here. Right there. Okay? So price comes down, sharp retrace, down, sharp retrace, down, consolidation. So that swing high becomes very important. And as you can see, it's very important today. All right, so on the daily chart, Price pushes up, comes down, bang, right on the 618, pushes back up again, right, makes slightly higher high, comes back down for a little pullback, sweeps in, cranks it up, finds rejection right at our resistance zone right here, and look at that retest though. That's perfect. Came right back for the retest line. All right. So it's it's primed, ready, you know, for to break out of this resistance zone. There's no need for it to come down at the present moment, but this could be a leading indicator that it is, right? There's a spinning top at the top of a trend. So very good chance we could see this thing break down. And if it does break down, I would be looking for this area right here to hold. That would be around 31.11. All right. Those are the request charts. ICX Raven and XRP with their BTC pairs. What happened? I didn't want that. I just wanted to save it. Just want to make sure it saves. All right. Stream is cutting in and out. That should be on your end. Everything is copacetic here. 30 frames per second. 2146 kilobytes per second, crushing it right now with no skipped frames and only 3 frames dropped due to rendering lag. Yeah, that's right, Miles. Can we look at Algo USD? Sure. Algorand USD. All right, what is going on with Algorand? Well, we lost to 618, so there's that. So that's resistance now. All right, Algorand. Looks like it dropped down, found support somewhere in the middle of nowhere over here. Yeah, definitely in the middle of nowhere. I wonder if, let's see what we could do here. Oh, we don't want the 1-2. No, we kind of want like a 1. Let's just try a 1-5 for now. No, like a 1-7-8-6. Let's see. Yeah. That's close, but not really. Maybe like a 1-8-8-6. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that'll do it. Might as well throw the 2 on. Let's just see what that shows. A little too low. Yeah, the 1-8 is kind of... That's kind of it. That's what's holding you up right now. Yeah, this thing just nosedive. I mean, it did not enjoy being alive. So it looks like an attempted suicide. But it's slowed down a bit. So possibly maybe like a, slit the wrist and then somebody threw some of that powder on it. Kind of cut the bleeding down a little. Anyway, yeah, it looks bad. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't look great. Clearly, it's in a very intense downtrend. Support level down here came out of nowhere, so we'll call that the 1-8-8-6. Drop down, push up, failed to even reach the previous zone, which would have been the 1-6-1-8. That's the low side of that red box. Also didn't even touch the 20, so it got rejected without... It almost like got rejected just from proximity. This is not a front run. There's probably not that much liquid on here. And then price comes down, but it was a slow bleed. Slow bleed, slow bleed, slow bleed. And then it gained, right, in trading. And then it gained again in trading. And then we found a little bit of a reverse right here. Previous structure. All right, so our price comes down, comes up, rejection, rejection, no attempt, rejection, break and retest in the same candle, I suppose. Pushes up again, creates a high, wick creates another high, comes right back down, sideways bleed, and retest support right here. All right. So now you're looking for this level. You know, that's the next one. So you get up over that level, and you have more levels to deal with. But this one's going to be a little trickier because you're going to have to actually circumvent that 20 MA, and it's done it like once in its lifetime. So we don't have a whole lot of data on how it reacts to the 20. We do know that when it broke this time, it did get a proper retest, and then it made a double top, and it has since dropped a lot, like a whole lot, like a full, almost 200% drop. So it's kind of a big deal. I would put it this way: unless you have to trade this, I probably wouldn't touch this. If you're in it, then and you're stuck, then I'd be looking for a long up to here. Good chance of a breakout all the way up top to these structure levels. If it has volume, again, you're playing against the odds, right? Because the history of this coin is nothing but straight down. There's nothing bullish about this at all. There's not even close. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing. So much nothing that it's 95% down from when it opened. So it's really, really, really bad. Yeah, it's really bad. This was the only moment of anything. And even that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Even that was only 11 days, and it ended up being a double top, which gave you this low down here. So, like, your only bullish move on this whole chart was to set you up for massive loss. Man, that's terrible. When you say it like that, that's really bad. Yeah, so I look, honestly, I wouldn't expect anything out of this except for it to hit, like, a sat. But currently, you trade it if you got a good setup. This is a SR flip. That's all this is. Here's resistance. Here's support. Here's your next level of resistance. You long it up to resistance, and you close it out, and you look for the next trade, because I probably wouldn't leave all that much in here. Interest on this thing is going down by the day. You can see that right here. So volume's just dumping out of this coin at the moment. So again, even your strong volume nodes, right? One is buying, one is selling, another is selling. That's 2 to 1. 3 selling. We'll call this one as well buying. So it's kind of like a 3 to 2 buy to sell. I guess we can call that one. So it's 3 to 3. But overall volume is down. Right? Even worse, overall volume is down when the price was going up. That stopped right here. Stopped right here on that big volume node. Then it's been pretty low. Sideways and drop. So there was no interest in pushing it up because the volume, the trading interest, went down as price was going up. Very little interest. All right? Is that all right, Miles? Is that what you wanted to hear? Swing it! Is Link considered to be in a parabolic curve? Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. It's starting, for sure. I mean, just visually, right? Well, let's get the actual low. 81% in 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. So if we consider like a 2-week threshold, so we'll call it 30 days. 30 days back to 1, so we'll just call it 1023 to play it safe. So it's about a month. Yeah, and you can see you're well within respect, for sure. Look how tight that is already. That's bananas. Yeah. Yeah, Link looks good. Link looks real good. So the thing about Link is like, you know, if you weren't in, and I mean, I've talked about Link at length, at a lengthy Link. And there's still opportunities to get in, but you don't want to FOMO in, but you also don't want to lose out on like an additional 50% gain. If you can, this would have been your next buy-in. That happened today. That was coming back to the 100. That was a very clear price action move. Broke the 100, come back, retest 100. It was perfect. This 3 candle setup over here is perfect. Push up, test 100. Next day, break the 100. Third day, retest 100. This sequence of events is perfect. It's absolutely perfect. This is when you know people that are trading are trading. You know what I'm saying? This is perfect. Now right here, you test the 2.6, you break the 2.6, you should come back and test the 2.6, which is also the 5. And your rejection point today was where? Where was it? 382. By fractions of a penny. The high was 2.6500. The 382 is 2.6536. And this is Link USDT, not Bitcoin. Those aren't Satoshis. All right, we're talking hundreds of thousands of a penny. I'm sorry, tens of thousands of a penny. All right, so it's good. Now, do you have major resistance over here? Sure do. That's the 2618, though. You broke it. You're about to, in 3 minutes, if all goes well, you'll close above it. So the next area to buy would be that 2.6 or the 5, 247 ballpark area. There's no reason for this to stop just yet, but it can. You know, Link's screwed so many people so many times. It's like you just get used to it. It's pretty terrible. Look at that. Look at that. 2.6. Target number 2 achieved. So next target for me would be the 3.6 at 3.0 and then the 4.2 at 3.35. I might as well just bring it up to the 618 or front run the 618 with the 4.23. At the 4.23, consider exhaustion. Consider exhaustion. It's a very real possibility. Price comes all the way up to the 4.2 and then decides it wants to retest structure. Not really. Something like that. You know what I mean? So we could see something like this. Price comes up, sort of does its little dance, comes back down, and at that point it's make or break just for that pattern, because all things considered, you just made yourself a new swing fill. Okay? And then round and round we go, and we cycle, and we cycle, and we cycle, and we do all those boring things that people get frustrated with, like this. Oh, and we failed again. Oh, geez. Oh, oh, boy. Oh, now we got a descending triangle. Oh, now what's going to happen? Oh, did we do that? Sorry. Maybe we do that. Who knows? That's not the point, right? We're not trading months down the road. We're looking at this right here. All right. So we did just close the candle out. We closed above the 2618. I expect a retest of the 2618. No need for a retest back to the 100. We already got that yesterday. Have we seen where they double tap? Sure. Do we need to? No. We don't. There's no need. Come back down to the 5 is no problem. Okay, the 5 is just below the 2618 at 247. I'd probably ladder in just above the 26 to probably to the body high, 239. And if it does push down that way, then you push up a little bit. We could get a push right now to the 3.8. We could even get an attempt all the way up here and then still see a big push down to cover those positions. All right. Now, if we come all the way down to 2.3, that's okay. At that point, you're retesting the 1.618 after taking profits at the 2.618. It does happen. It's not exactly typical, but it is something to be aware of. Cool? You guys good with Link? Link? All right. Let's see. VED. What about BNB BTC? What about it? Will the signal provided play out over days? I don't know the future. Is that what you're trying to say? Are you asking me if I know the future? The future of the world? BNB BTC. Let's take a look. All right. So, let's see. I know I got a better chart. Must be on a different template. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's take a look at this. This is like hard to see. All right, so major resistance to the top side. Like all these levels could go. What the hell is going on here? Just looking at too much stuff. Okay. Let me see something here. Huh? All right. So let's see. Whoa. Freaking. So we're holding the channel, which is this right here. A little hard to see, but it's there. It's not a great channel. I'm actually going to get rid of this. And let me get rid of this. And let me get rid of these. Can't see anything. Hey, look at that. Okay, so this level is obviously good. Why don't we go ahead and make that black? We'll make it a little bit thicker and be a little bit easier to see. Okay, so now at least we have something to look at. All right, for the most part, let's at least get our top side, which I guess technically is over here. Something like that. Okay. Key level 2-3. Yeah, that's what we're looking for overall. We do have kind of got like a terrible double Eve over here. It's not very good. Resistance level's good. This could get jacked up a little bit. Like that. Support level is okay. We're not doing anything with it currently. Found a bottom low. What we got here? 18050. Holy cow. There we go. That took a little doing right there. Let's see. Good push. Resistance. Yeah, resistance. Good low. So even this is like, that's not very good. All the way down to a 1.4. Even killed the 1.4, but didn't go all the way down to 1.6. So, I mean, that's probably the only good thing we could take out of this particular move. But that's a heavy move to the downside, for sure. So we'll take that move, and we'll come back over here, and we'll do that. See, like, all right, well, we haven't made it to the 382 yet. 382 would be a number. I mean, ideally, we at least come over here. We'll test that zone out. All right, so now let's take a look at what the signal is. You want to know if it's going to play out within a few days? All right, so let's see. Entry at 190 to 195. All right, so let me get a box over here. 190 to 195. What do we got? 95. 190. All right. 195. And 190. All right, so this is your entry zone. Okay, so we're out of entry. All right, out of entry, and let's get some targets over here. What do we got? Let's see, 228, 270, 315. 228, 270, 315. 228. $228. 270. Whoa. What was it, 315? All right. So here's the trade setup. So, you know, what you could do, you look at distance. Now you got to get into like Gann theory and stuff and time theory. So it's a little bit more advanced. What I do is I look at previous structure. I sort of roundabout in my head these types of moves and what would be necessary in order to do that. So I just got a good view on the hourly chart. You say like, all right, you know, we've had some areas like this where it's like, yeah, you know, you're crushing it. And then we got other areas like this where it's very long road just to make a new high. All right. So I look at that first. Does it look dramatic like this? No. So do I think it's going to be dramatic like that? No. Does it look boring, downward slope like this? Yeah. Yeah, it does. So what I'll do is I'll take a look at this move, right? And then I take a look at our downward move. And then I sort of say, okay, if we were to go all the way back, what did this move take? What's the length of time this thing actually took? All right, just to get like up here was what? 149 days, give or take. All right, so you take that and you sort of lay it down like that. And now that would be for the whole move. So, since this is about a little under half, a little under 50% of the move, it'd be about half the time. So about 75. I mean, and this is like a rough estimate based off of nothing but total guesswork. All right. I have no idea how long this will take. Weeks, months, a couple days. I mean, we got moves like this that are pretty dramatic, but they also come off of something really dramatic. This isn't really all that dramatic. It's a very slow bounce. Down the bouncy ball goes. Bouncy bounce. And then sideways. Right? Everything else on the bounce, rejected and pushed up quick. Bounce, rejected and pushed up quick. This is a bounce, rejected, dump, push, dump, sideways. This is very different. It's very different. It doesn't have any of the characteristics of this local trend. So to put any type of number on it, to me, it's insane. When it goes down, it goes down. This would be a fantastic trade, though. Let's see, even at current price levels, 61%. I mean, that's fantastic. Now to push all the way up to, just under the 50, well, that's going to take a lot of doing. But if anybody's got, the infinite supply of, don't worry, we'll pump it until the world starts burning, it's Binance. They can make that thing move at will. All right, let's see. Could you take a look at WAN USD? Okay. Let's see. BTC close. Swing it. Thank you. Are those considered three white soldiers? No. The wicks are too long. ICX. We did ICX. Edmund? That was the first chart we did. All right, so WAN USDT. WAN USDT. What is this? What is all this? Oh, my God. Why does this chart not look correct? Am I on the right? I just feel like I'm on the wrong... I feel like I'm on the wrong thing here. Let me see something. Huh. I don't know. I mean, I know I got a WAN chart somewhere. All right, well, no worries, whatever. We'll make a new chart. So, here's how we start a whole new chart. Admin, don't worry about it. I'll do it again. Let me do WAN. Let's go back to Bitcoin, and then we'll take another look at ICX. Maybe some crazy things happened. All right, so whole new chart, all new stuff. You know what it is? That's my chart. That's my chart. Because it's WAN BTC. All right, so you want to look at WAN USD. Okay. Not a lot of history. So we're immediately at a disadvantage, but we do at least have a high, and we do at least have a low. Whoa. We have that low. Okay, here we go. One level of interest is right here. Another level of interest is right here, which is actually this level back here. Okay. All right, so now we can get started. I like to take a ray and get an idea on the actual overall macro trend. Just see how it looks. You know, is it respected? Are traders actually using this? Are they pulling profits when we get close to it? That type of thing. And yes, they are. It's considered a long-term trend. It is valid. It was validated right here. And right here on the daily chart, you have your first break and close over this trend in the life of the chart. So good find. Who's that? Who asked for this? Sam. Good find, Sam. So the USD pair, this is great. This was a heavy zone right here on the local side. Like if we pull the 4-hour chart up, you'll see that zone is probably nasty. We'll do that in 1 second. And we have not broke that zone, but we sure as hell did break the trend. I would expect this to come down. Maybe down to 2033. And that would be a good area for a retest today. And then your first stop, unfortunately, is pretty close, 2389. Now, because of the price action, could do this. Yeah, let's see what it looks like. Okay, 2847 could be. So the 236, do you see this? 2481 for the 236. 2482 on the 2618. And I don't even know if this is perfect yet. 1 second. Let me get my actual low here. 1702, 1703. That's not going to cut it. 1702. Oh, man, it made it further away. 2480, 236, 2618, 2482. On USDT, again, we're talking 100, let's see, thousands, so tens, thousands, 2,000s of a penny. Holy cow, I think I did that right. So generally, I would look for like a 162642, or I'm looking for a 233861. Now, do you see this chart? Do you see this? Come on, guys. Is nobody else excited but me? 236, 2480, 2618, 2482. Now look at this. Structure level, structure level, structure level. 382. Perfect. Perfect 382. Just above the 423. Unfortunately, that's not perfect, but this is perfect. All right. So I don't know. If you guys can't get excited over that kind of price action, I don't know who can. Anyway, look at the 823 on the 618. All right. This chart's perfect. You don't even have to do anything. You don't have to do anything to this chart. It's perfect. I'll tell you what, I'm going to slide it over, though, just to hide that trend line. There we go. Now it looks a little neater. All right, so, yeah, we're done with when. This is a go. Buy the retest. This is not financial advice. I would buy the retest. And I would probably be looking. I would take the 2-3. I would front run it, of course. as a TP1. And I would probably almost close my position if it were to get up to the 3.8. But I would love to let a little run to the 8.2. We got a 12 up here, just above the 8.86. This is really nice. Now, this could get invalidated at any time, and that's why, that's why you have to, if you get the 2.3, right? You could just get rejected here and fall down, and it'll be 0.001 by the end of the month. So, don't go crazy here. Let's say you front run the 2.3. You get your 13%. You're cool. You're done with the trade. No problem. Price comes back down to this 1.6. You say, all right, I'll buy it again. No problem. You buy the 1.6. You take it to the 3.8. It's another 30%. But let's say at the 3.8, it ends up only barely coming down. It just comes down to the 3.6. Previous structure highs hold support, and then you rip it to the 6.1. That's 37%. So now you got a 13%, a 30%, and a 37%. And each one of those, you managed your risk appropriate and your position size appropriate to that trade. Or you could do this. Then you're at 75%, but think about the position size that you would put in for a 75-cent expected win, right? You could have a stop loss like down here and still have good RR, right? So you have to be reasonable. Can it do it? Yeah, absolutely. But do we plan for that to happen? No, not really. We want to take a little bit at a time because this market is super volatile and we just don't know the bigger moves. If we never saw any of this action, if all of this action was gone, right? We saw none of it. Hold on. None. Price comes down, it comes up for a nice retrace, pushes back down again, right? And then you get this big bullish engulfing, and you're like, hell yeah. You put your new fibs on, you map it all out, and you're like, we're coming up here, no doubt, right? Definitely coming up this zone right here. And then, that happened. And it went down a little, and you're like, oh, we got support. And it pushed up. Well, that was, we knew that resistance was going to be there. That's previous structure, of course. You come back and you tap it again. See, I told you. Look at all that support. Higher lows. Bang, bang, bang. All higher lows. We're good. We're great. And then it pushes up all the way up here, and you're like, see, we got this. Next candle. This thing's out of here. And next candle, yeah, it went up. And then it came all the way down. Look at this candle. Look at this freaking candle. 40% loss. Close it out at 31 down. Actual candle itself from body was an 18% candle. All right. But yeah, I like WAN. All things considered, this looks good. I would like to see this push down to about 2033, 2027. Probably front run it at 2015 and still feel good about the trade. Pretty simple stop. I'd probably put it under here, so 1873. And, let it ride and book your profits. Cool? Good, Sam? Let's take a look at BTC because we closed the candle down. And then we'll finish off with a little ICX for Edmund over there. Mr. Edmund Barrett. All right. Anyway. What do we got? This chart's a disaster. Just try not to focus on any of the actual lines. Because, all right, so. Open this candle up at 82.11 and we hit a high of 83.44. Low down to 81.09. Close it out at 81.78. So that was a loss of $26. 0.33%. All things considered, tweezer bottom, push up, bullish engulfing, sideways. So this is kind of the little pivotal moment here. But when you do have sideways indecision following a larger move, it usually goes within preceding trend. Preceding trend now is actually short-term long. All right, as we were dancing around earlier, we looked at the 1 hour chart. Oh, look at all this stuff. So anyway, I was having some fun with this, you know, shapes. Shapes are fun. But it was a good S pattern. I don't know if this is an S pattern. It was a good like S pattern-ish. Anyway, so you know, you had a nice kind of rounded lower reversal, right? Followed by, you know, a fairly even pullback. But the whole thing here is just look at the price action, right? This is your high side right here. Push down, break previous structure, roll up, test previous structure, find support. All right, so short-term 1 hour looks bullish. Okay, here's a look at the 4 hour chart. You see the bigger pattern in play, a little break and close fake out, and we're still right here. We haven't blasted through that pattern yet. All right, so got some work to do. Now, if this is a rejection and this becomes a swing fail, then, you know, next stop, we are looking to maintain the pattern for the most part. So in this general vicinity, 78, give or take, see how much support can hold in between, if that is the case, right? But we're also looking at this. Okay? Dominance, broke support, push below, basically got the retest. We'll call that a retest. And is now, you know, open on the downside, looking for further lows, right? With this, that's a 127, I believe, extension of this. So looking for somewhere around 67 before we sort of make the decision. But I do think this is the next stop, 66.74 ballpark zone. So dominance is dropping, and as dominance drops, Bitcoin's price really shouldn't go up. But it doesn't mean it can't. You know what I'm saying? All right, now a big deal here for me would have been the 8,200 weekly zone. 8,200 weekly. Didn't we? I thought we made it pink, didn't we? I guess. It's kind of, I don't know. It looks like it's still pink. Is it? What the hell's going on here? I see it. It is pink. Oh, it's just our prices all over it. Okay, well, anyway, we got it right here. Weekly structure, 8,200. Obviously, that's impossible to see anything. So the idea was a break and close above that would have been ideal. We closed this out at 81.78. And I think we said the technical number was 81.94. I think it was 81.94, and that was on BLX. So, unfortunately, that's a loser. Within reason, guys, within reason. It's basically right there, all right? So, we'll call it support for now until it's not. We'll allow price to only come down a little bit before this is sort of invalidated. But as of right now, this is sort of short-term bullish. So, it's okay. Most people are considering this to be the big swing fail right here. I agree to an extent, but I think there's more to the story than this. All right. In actual price action, yes, price did come up, price did come down, price came back up, and price is going down, which would mean that this is a swing fail. 100% is a swing fail. But is it the end-all, be-all swing fail? Well, that I don't think so. And it's because we flipped a weekly support that's very strong. Look at that 8,200 level and tell me price has not been all over this thing. And that's why I was like, 81, 74, like, it's whatever. Look at the dancing all over this thing. This is resistance, right? And it's all the way up at 82.17. It's fine. All right. So we're dancing all over it. So a little bit above, a little bit below is okay, so long as one side is actually maintained. So this push down all the way down to here, and that's okay. That's no big deal. It's, are you going to be able to maintain on the upside? That's the question. Can you actually hold it? And if you can't hold it, then we have a problem. And then you play the swing fail. But for now, I'm okay with this. This looks like a good reversal. And for me, it's the tweezer bottom on the daily that really sets things off. That's it's a big deal. It really is. All right? That's a really big deal. Not to mention it's like Confluence with like basically a triple bottom. But this is huge. This is huge. Tweezer bottom, bullish engulfing. And that looks good. It doesn't mean you're going to 16. But I could easily see a move up to 9,500. You can see a move to 9,500 in a day. Just this candle backwards. That's all. Instead of going down, it goes up. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. We're on the top side of the pattern now, so, we'll have further indication if it's breaking down. And if it does break down, we have a local swing fail as support. If that doesn't hold, then we have support zones. And if they don't hold, then we have pattern. And if pattern doesn't hold, we have range. And if range doesn't hold, we have, 1,000 other things. So, we'll see. It's a little early. The candle just closed. We got to give it a little bit of time to actually get its thoughts out. You see the sell come in. So when you watch the candle and it's like pulsating like that, those are these orders like going in and resetting, going in and resetting. Look at that move down, right? Monster move down, right? But then it's all eaten up. So like these are super fun to watch on the 5-minute because it looks so dramatic. So if you got your chart out like this, and you're like, yeah, I'm scalping 1 to 5, baby. Look at these moves. And then you see a candle like that go, phew. You're like, yeah, see? Even chat. You guys are crazy. BTC's dumping. That's not a dump. Swing, it's cool. Maybe I'm just numb to these moves. Like, I don't know. That to me is not a dump. You lose 1,000 in a candle. That's a dump. What did we lose? What are we currently at? $20 down? We're all right. It's fine. You know what this does right here? The scalpers. Okay? So this is, in a way, it's kind of a diamond top. Okay? 5-minute chart, diamond top. Right? You play the reversal, so it's a short low. So for the guys that said, okay, I'm getting in, but I'm going to hedge, and I'm going to hedge long. I'm going to hedge a breakout, because everybody else is going short. I'm going long. Right? And he just got, annihilated. For the people that were playing, let's see, if they were anticipating a breakout, this is why we don't do this, but if you were anticipating a breakout on 1-2 candle, thinking that right here on this move, 1, 2, 3, that you were going to break out of that zone, you would have preemptively bought here and you would have been going long. And that candle would have just stopped you out if you were like 25, 50x. Liquidation would be so tight that if you bought here at 82.14, by 81 and change, you'd be out of the trade. Okay. We just did this chart. Where is my chart? I'm on the wrong template. I'm on the wrong template, man. No problem. Don't worry. It's coming. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, so what we're looking at here is a good breakout of good breakout of the pattern. Come on now. Come. All right, listen. Okay, so we got a nice breakout here of our pattern, but we didn't like the breakout, right? This actual breakout, not good, but the breakout of the zone is perfect, and that's exactly what we got here. So we didn't really want to do, this is, whatever it's called, risking, right? But it was a good risk with a great reward. Push up has broke, previous structure resistance zone, tested the 100, found rejection, right, and has pulled back. I'm looking for a pullback down 2108 zone or as high as 2145, just as a retest of this particular move. Right, so it's a nice break, good break. Just come back a little bit, let the rest of the buy orders get filled, and then push up. And then, if it goes all the way to the 200, I mean, then, you're really cooking. But there are levels over here to contend with. You got a level at 25, 14, 28, 38. And then you got more levels down here, like the 42 zone. So there's a lot happening. But for right now, the actual action is great. This is good. Slow build, lots of rejection. 1, 2, 3, 4 days of rejection straight, support on the 9, push right up to the 100. 100 pulls it back down, find support and blast off again to your next level, and rinse and repeat. Pull back a little, push up, pull back, push up. All right? Cool. Very good. Very, very, very good. All right, everyone. Well, we will see what our friend Bitcoin is going to do. If we do get a dump, then we'll have to consider this a swing fail. So that's your push up. That's your, push down, double bottom, higher low, range, consolidation. And then here's your next attempt. And that would be a failed attempt if this candle ends up being bearish. Okay? Otherwise, this is hesitation before continuation. And I believe that the tweezer bottom bullish engulfing is more powerful than a day of hesitation. We're being held out by the 9, but that's an easy break. We haven't broke it once yet underneath the 200. I believe today is day 12 under the sun. So if we push up past the 9, that's your first bullish indication. Of course, you do have the 20 crossing the 200 now, which is not good. A big candle move to the upside would eliminate that cross. In other words, it would drag the 20 up to the point where they've only just maybe touched or kissed, but haven't crossed. So the cross right now isn't fully painted. But you would need a big move up in order to really exaggerate that 20 so that it doesn't cross. All right, but a nice big move up to 95 right here. You know, basically you go up to the 50. You're just smashing levels. Smashing levels all the way up to the 50. 9,500 bucks. Bang. Yeah, I like it. That would be a good W too. Not the prettiest, but it would be good. But we'll, you know, again, like always, we have to wait and see. We have to watch the candle, see what it's going to do, see what it reacts to, see what kind of news or information comes out in the market, that type of thing. All right? Good deal. Well, thanks for joining. Always appreciate it. Remember that tomorrow, 5:30, not 7:30, 5:30. 5:30 tomorrow. All right, so I'll see you guys there. I want to see you guys on the exchanges. And until then, happy trading.